In this entry of the Surviving Bottom Shelf Grad series, I present case number 9, Connor Regan arrested in stabbing death of black girlfriend Kinnedy Smith. One of the arguments that I've been making since I started this series, Surviving Bottom Shelf Grad, is that there is no mountain higher than Swirl Mountain, but the climb is hard, it's treacherous, and met with much difficulty. And most that attempt to climb will fail, and some of those will fall right into the graveyard of Swirl Mountain. If you've been following this series, you shouldn't be too surprised that there is a deathly silence from the usual suspects, the Swirl Mountain concubines, the Me Too misandrous, and the male feminists that cape for them. Many just simply do not want to deal with the reality that many of these white men, these bottom shelf brads, seeking out black women are the same pool of white men that other women avoid. So why is it that white women, Asian women, Latinas, and biracial women are better at seeing the red flags of these deranged bottom shelf brad types a mile away? One of my theories is that the white male worshiper is susceptible to the halo effect. And to the white male worshiper, there is no halo that shines brighter than the halo of the white man. The victim in this case number 9 is Kinnedy Smith, who was age 21 at the time that she was stabbed to death in her apartment in Baton Rouge on Saturday, June 6, 2020. Police responded to a call relative to a possible stabbing around 6:20 a.m. Saturday morning, June 6, 2020. When they got there, Smith was found dead with multiple stab wounds. The victim in this tragedy, Kinnedy Smith, was a December 2019 graduate of Louisiana State University. She majored in international studies and Spanish. Her future looked very bright, but she fell victim to the leveling up propaganda pushed by the Swirl Mountain concubines. So one has to wonder, when do these women that are vulnerable start to ask questions about this Swirl Mountain propaganda? Kinnedy Smith's white boyfriend, Connor Regan, 27 years old of Baton Rouge, was actually caught by the Louisiana State Police on June 7, 2020, as he fled to Texas. He was hoping to escape arrest, possibly by going to Texas, then Mexico. After being arrested, Connor Regan was actually taken to the hospital for his own wounds that he suffered during the stabbing. He was treated, released, and transported to East Baton Rouge prison. As of this recording, on June 11, 2020, he has been charged with second-degree murder in the death of his black girlfriend, Kinnedy Smith. We are not aware of what his plea will be at this time. What we do know is that in the state of Louisiana, second-degree murder is defined under Louisiana Revised Statutes, Section 14:30, as second-degree murder is killing of another human being when the offender has a specific intent to kill or to inflict great bodily harm. The second-degree murder statute for Louisiana also says that whoever commits the crime of second-degree murder shall be punished by life imprisonment at hard labor without benefit of parole, probation, or suspension. As of this recording on June 11, 2020, Regan's bond amount has been set at $200,000 as he remains in custody at the East Baton Rouge prison. At this date, we don't know if Connor Regan will plead guilty or not guilty at his hearing later this month. We do not know if he will claim self-defense in a domestic violence incident. What we do know is that a 21-year-old black woman, recent graduate of LSU, is dead, and another victim of the Swirl Mountain graveyard, despite being described as a bright light in the world by her family members. Domestic violence advocates interviewed in the aftermath of this tragedy say domestic violence continues to be a growing problem in the state of Louisiana. The most recent 2019 Violence Policy Center study showed Louisiana ranked second nationally in domestic violence homicides committed. As the growing number of bottom shelf grads are marginalized and alienated from the general dating and sexual marketplace, this trend will only grow. This trend will only grow, and the best that we can hope for as honest and diligent observers is that these unfortunate deaths can be used as teachable moments on the dangers of domestic violence and unhealthy relationships. So as they say her name, Kinnedy Smith, another victim.